When you're doing multiple regression for the purposes of prediction, you're going to get output from SPSS. And there are several key items in that output file that you have to pay close attention to, and we're going to go through them one at a time. The first thing you're going to look at is the percentage of variance that's explained by the percentage of variance in the dependent variable that's explained by its relationship with the independent variables. And that's going to be a little table right there at the top. You're going to see a percentage of variance explained. The next thing we're going to look at is the omnibus F, which is the overall F. And that particular analysis answers the following question. Is there a significant, meaningful, reliable relationship between the dependent variable and the predictor variables, the independent variables? If the answer is yes, we continue on. If the answer is no, we're going to stop right there. Now we get down to our regression table, which is going to be beneath the omnibus F, and you're going to see a list of B weights and a list of beta weights. On the left-hand side of that table, you see B weights. Those are raw score regression coefficients that are used for building your prediction equation. So if you're taking raw data and you're trying to predict something about an unknown stock or an unknown patient, then you need those B weights. They're very important. But if you look on the other side of the table, you see what are known as beta weights. And beta weights are standardized regression coefficients. They're sort of like z-scores. And you notice there's a t value next to each of those. What the beta weights tell you that the B weights don't is which of those independent variables are significantly related to the dependent variable. So going through it again, percentage of variance explained, omnibus F, should we even go forward? Looking at the regression table, is there useful information in the B weights and the beta weights? B weights are for regression equation. Beta weights are for understanding which variables had a significant relationship. Let's now look at some data.
Okay, in this example, we're going to do a simple prediction regression. We're going to go to Analyze. We're going to pull down to Regression. We're going to select Linear Regression. And so I'm going to pull the dialog box up, and we're going to select a dependent variable and then our independent variables. And then we're going to say OK. Okay, we're going to make sure we have the right variables in our regression. So we're going to look at the model summary and look at the adjusted R-squared. How did we do it predicting change in the dependent variable? We're going to look at our ANOVA, our omnibus F. Is this a reliable regression solution? And then, if the answer is yes, we're going to go on. Then we're going to look at those B weights, which are our raw score prediction coefficients. Those help us to create a prediction equation. But we might also want to look at the beta weights, which are standardized scores, and of course the associated t-values.